Hello friends, welcome to my channel Clinical Biochemistry by Dr. P.K. Prabhakar. Today I am going to talk about the intranasal vaccine for COVID-19. We don't have any intranasal vaccines in the market. These are some of the vaccines, some of the candidate vaccines are under the clinical trials. So we will talk about the what is the basic mechanism behind these intranasal vaccines and which company vaccines is in the clinical trials and in which phase it is. So first we should understand what is the vaccine and how it works. So normally whenever we are going to take any vaccines, so it means we are going to give some kind of information to our immune system so that they will recognize that particular antigenic component of the pathogens. So whenever in the future we are going to encounter such type of antigenic components, our immune system will recognize and will encounter with that one. So we will get a kind of immunity against that particular antigenic components and we will be immunized for that one. This is the basic mechanism of how vaccine works. So vaccine means we are going to give a kind of memorize our immune system for that particular antigenic component. Whenever we are going to take vaccines, there are different routes of vaccines we are having. So like you can see here, we can take vaccines that is intramuscular, we can take vaccine that is subcutaneous, intravenous, intradermal. So different routes of vaccines we are having whenever normally we are going to take vaccines. So till now most of the cases we are going to take intramuscular routes. So if you will see, this is just for the how we are going to inject it. So normally intradermal vaccines will be injected at 10 to 15 degree angles. Intravenous vaccines should be injected at 25 degree angles. In subcutaneous at roughly 45 degree angles, and normally intramuscular at 90 degree angle to the skin. So this is how we are going to inject vaccine to our skin or different places. Now, this is some of the examples. So one, we are going to take different routes of vaccines. These are the already available vaccines we are having for different diseases for these processes, these routes. Like if we are going to talk about oral route, so we are taking oral polio vaccines and rotavirus vaccines normally through the oral route we are going to take it. Intramuscular, which is the most preferred route. So if you see, intramuscular vaccination is the most preferred route of vaccinations because in muscles normally slowly release the vaccines. So that's why most of the vaccines you can see they are intramuscularly it is going to be injected. Other than that one, we are having subcutaneous vaccines also like measles and yellow fever, and intradermal also we are having BCG vaccines. So we have different routes of vaccines available. So this is when we are talking about the COVID-19 or coronavirus, we have different types of vaccines are under the clinical trials or either it is in the market. So if you see, we are having live attenuated vaccines also. So there are some company who is already working on that one, and some other vaccines other than this COVID-19 vaccine is also available there. Other than this live attenuated vaccines, we are having inactivated vaccines, replicating viral vector vaccines, non-replicative viral vector vaccines, DNA vaccines, RNA vaccines, subunit vaccine. So for COVID-19, we have number of companies who is working on these different area. But I'm not going to talk about all these conventional types of or different recombinant type of vaccines for the COVID-19. So what we are going to talk about today, that is the intranasal vaccines. So first, what is intranasal vaccines? Normally you have seen most common route of different routes of vaccines are we are going to inject through the syringe and needle into our body, either into the muscles, into the subcutaneous or into the dermis. But in the case of intranasal vaccine, directly we are introducing the vaccine into the nostril rather than injecting through the syringe and needles. So this vaccine is sprayed into the nostril and it will be inhaled. Because nostril we are having a mucosal membrane and there it will be very easily intake means vaccines particles or viral particles or the antigenic components will be uptaken by the body. So there are 4 different company who is working on 4 different research organizations who is working on intranasal vaccine for COVID-19. One of the company who is leading for this intranasal vaccines for COVID-19 is the Hyderabad based Bharat Biotech, who has also give us the first in indigenous vaccines for COVID-19, that was Covaxin. So Bharat Biotech, along with the Washington University School of Medicine at St. Louis, Missouri, they are working on the intranasal vaccines. So this intranasal vaccines normally stimulate not only the T cell and B cell responses. Along with that one, they are also neutralizing they are producing the neutralizing immunoglobulins, that is IgG, and mucous membrane mucosals, IgA. So they give you a better response compared to the normal conventional vaccines. And the immune responses at the site of infection. So the most common, most important route of COVID-19 virus entry is the mucous membrane of the nostril and the different places. So these vaccines, intranasal vaccines, normally gives you immunity at the site of infection, that is the nostril nasal mucosa, which is so where they blocks the infections. So these vaccines not only provide you the normal immunity, but it also stops, it also gives you blocking the entry. So it blocks both infection as well as the transmission of the COVID-19. So it gives you immunity as well as the entry of the virus will be blocked. So just vaccines have to be injected into the nostril regions, and it will provide the both type of immunity in the infection as well as the transmission. So it will completely going to block the virus release as well as the virus growth and virus entry into the body. What is the basic advantages of intranasal vaccines over to the other vaccines? The first, this nasal route has excellent potential for vaccination due to this organized immune system of the nasal mucosa. Their vaccines will be very easily, it will be taken into the body. So it will be taken. So we are going to develop both types of secretory immunoglobulins as well as the normal immunity we are going to develop, going to activate the T cell and B cells. Second important benefit of this one is it is a non-invasive needle free. We are not going to use any kind of syringe, any kind of needle. So it is a non-invasive process, non-invasive way of using the vaccines. Third basic advantage of it is very easy way of administrations. You just have to inhale it. You have to just put 2 drops, like polio drops we are giving in the oral route, oral polio drops. Similarly, 2 drops in both the nostrils we have to inject, and it will be taken. So no, you don't need any kind of trained healthcare workers or any technician, any compounder, any nurse for the vaccinations. So anyone can take it. Elimination of the nasal associated risks, that is injury, inflammation, and the normally tenderness at the injection sites, swelling. So all those things will not be there. High compliance, like ideal suit for children and adults also. And scalable manufacturing, able to meet global demand. So they are going to manufacture once it will be pass all the clinical trials. Second thing, it is required in very less dose, roughly 0.1 ml per dose per person requires it. So its requirement is also, it is not we require in very high amount, it is required in very small dosage is needed. So these are the many advantages it is having. How it is going to be produced? This is the basic protocols how Bharat Biotech is going to work on this one. So this nasal vaccines, its code is BBV154, and there they have used attenuated or avirulent, means it is a live virus but it is attenuated, it is slowed virus, weakened virus. Which type of virus they have used? They have taken the chimpanzee adenovirus. So this chimpanzee adenovirus is the weakened or attenuated form of virus. So it can replicate, it can multiply. Now, so they have taken this vector, they have made it. Then from this coronavirus, they have taken the spike protein genes, spike protein RNA, and they have converted into DNA. That DNA will be inserted into this virus vector, attenuated viral vector. So this is the viral attenuated virus vector which contains the spike protein genes, and this BBV154 has been used in the nostrils, and then it has been tested for different kind of responses. So this has shown different kind of responses. So 3 different animals, means non-primate, means a primate other than human, they have used in the different primates like mice, hamster, and rhesus macaca. So what they have seen it, in case of mice, hamster, and macaca were immunized with a single dose of this virus, which conferred a superior protection against the SARS-CoV-2 challenge. So first they have given this vaccines, and then they have given that they infected with this SARS-CoV-2 virus. So they have seen this, they have not got any kind of infections or any kind of diseases. Post challenge, after this virus has been injected with the SARS-CoV-2 virus, clearance was observed in both lower as well as the upper respiratory, upper airway in all of these animals, all of the 3 animals, mice, hamster and rhesus macaca. Thus, intranasal immunizations of these vaccines can create an immune response in nose, which is the point of entry, and thereby protecting against disease, infection and the transmission. So every type of protections we are going to get. We are not, virus is not going to enter into our body, so we will not have any kind of disease. So disease will be protected, infection will be protected, and if virus will not be there, it will be, transmission will be also protected. So it is going to give you complete kind of immunity. So this is already they are waiting for the DGCA for the approval for the human clinical first clinical trials. It has not been started in the USA also, in India also they are waiting for the approvals. Once they will go for they will get the approvals, they are going for this clinical trials, and once they will get the clinical trials, this will be probably one of the safest vaccines we will have for against the COVID-19. So hope we will get it very soon. And so this is all about, because we are having this much information is available till now, because no clinical trials have been done. So once we will have a clinical trials, then I will come with the clinical trial data also. So thank you very much. If you have any query, any comments, you can write in the comment box. If you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.